Congregation, please be seated.
And in many ways. Verse 2 says, long ago God spoke to our forefathers by means of prophets on many occasions and in many ways. Verse 2.
Congregation, please be seated and open your prayer guides. Psalm 69.
Amos 3, verse 7. Amos 3:7.
I feel like my heart is being touched by Christ. I feel like my heart is being touched by Christ. Fire!
For the sovereign God, JahVaeH, will not do a thing unless he has revealed his confidential matter to his servants, the prophets.
Jeremiah 23:27, JahVaeH tells us God's people of today intend to change his name from JahVaeH to Jehovah, just as the last generation changed using Lord, which Israelites called Baal.
It's the fear.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 2. Therefore, this is what JahVaeH, the God of Israel, says against the shepherds who are shepherding my people. You have scattered my sheep, you kept dispersing them, you have not turned your attention to them. So, I will turn my attention to you because of your evil deeds, declares JahVaeH.
Jeremiah 23:27 says, they intend to make people forget my name by dreams they relate to one another, just as their fathers forgot my name because of Baal.
I am watching resurrection start to crawl. Is there any chance in hell? Any chance at all?
Even after the divine name publicized, Raymondus Martini invented the name Jehovah. They continue to use that name just like the Israelites used Baal.
There are 4 names here in the Hebrew text: Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the Tetragrammaton, Jehovah. Now, a primary reason given in the Revised Standard Version and many other Bibles for substituting Lord is because Jehovah is not the original pronunciation, or that it should be Yahweh. But the fact is, we don't.
And many translations of the Bible have added Lord or Zeus to the Messiah's name. Jesus, or Zeus, is who Jesus is, a false name for Messiah. And in some cases, some people believe Jesus is God, and also a false name. It makes logical sense. The Messiah's name should bring glory to God. YHWH. Wikipedia says the name Jehovah
was invented, or at least first used, by the Spanish monk Raymundus Martini in 1278. It appeared in his Latin book. It makes logical sense the Messiah's name should bring glory to God. JahVaeH. Yah's son, the son of Yah, is the Messiah. July, August, September, October, November, the beginning of each letter in the calendar, says Jason. Hebrews chapter 1 corresponds with Malachi chapter 3, verse 1 and 2. Look, I'm sending my messenger, and he will clear up a way before me, and suddenly the true God, whom you are seeking, will come to his temple, and the messenger of the covenant will come, in whom you take delight. Look, he will certainly come, says JahVaeH of armies.
I feel the empty. I feel the minute of decay. I'm on my way down now. I'd like to take you with me. I'm on my way down. I'm on my way down now. I'd like to take you with me. I'm on my way down. The minute that it's born, it begins to die. I love to just give in.
Jeremiah chapter 23 warns us about changing God's name, as we need to recognize Baal is Lord, therefore Lord should not be used.
I've been to black and back. I wanted out my name. A lack of pain, a lack of hope, a lack of anything to say. I'm on my way down now. I'd like to take you with me. I'm on my way down.
Scholars propose that as the cult of Yahweh increased in importance, his true name came to be seen as too holy for any but the high priest to speak aloud, and the alias Lord or Baal was used instead, and Baal was used for Marduk and Adonai and Yahweh among the Israelites. So we should not be changing God's name. All those names are false names of God. JahVaeH, JahVaeH is a true name for God. Today God's people are deceived about the translation of JahVaeH. Jesus nor Jehovah is the translation for the Tetragrammaton. Yazuz means Yazuz, also a false name for the Messiah and our God. The prophets of old documented the adulterous behavior of God's people. The Israelites were unfaithful to the true God, calling his name Baal. Modern-day people of God have replaced his name with Jehovah and or Jesus, and thus the apostasy began. Now a new apostasy, the reunification back to the true God, JahVaeH, is to commence.
James chapter 2 verse 19 says, "You believe that there is one God, do you? You're doing quite well, and yet the demons believe and shudder."
To call God, YHWH, a false name means calling upon a false God for saving. That's why the translation of YHWH is very important. Romans 10:13-14, "For everyone who calls on the name of JahVaeH will be saved." However, how will they call upon him they have not put faith in? How in turn can they put faith in whom they have not heard? How in turn can they hear without someone to preach? JahVaeH, YHWH. The double V indicates the Vav is enunciated twice. JahVaeH.
Confusion here, I can't get no relief. Businessmen, they drink my wine. Plowmen dig my earth. None of them know along the line what any of this is worth. Yeah! No reason to get excited. They kindly spoke. There are many among us who think their life is but a joke. But you